Hey peeps, it's me, HEAD, back with you for another video. That's right. And like I said, I was going to do this yesterday. Didn't have the time, so I said I was going to do it today. Yes, I scheduled it for 10 o'clock, but I brought it for because I've had a hard day and I'm running basically on 3 hours sleep. So, big time American wrestling presented to you by First Class Wrestling, FCW, the British Wrestling Promotion. And I went there yesterday, set off here, my house, at 5:30. Left there, arrived there for about 6:30, 20 to 7. Stayed out in the freezing cold for about 10 minutes at the most. Got inside. Show started at 7:30. And yeah, it was a pretty good show. And it kicked off with Robbie Dynamite, sorry, and Tony Spitfire. 1-on-1. Now, good old-fashioned British wrestling at its best, ladies and gentlemen. This match was, in my opinion. These two just wrestled, and I've seen it many, many times outside the outside British wrestling as well, not just in FCW, but in British wrestling in general, like an ICW and that. Robbie Dynamite can have a match with anybody and make it good. Have a great match with anybody because he's that good, and he's one of the best. Tony Spitfire gave him a run for his money, but great counters, good hold for hold move, great mat wrestling as well. And Tony went to go for a tombstone, but Robbie countered to his tombstone, countered to his, hit the tombstone on Tony and got the victory, which in a way set the tone for the evening. Now, the next match saw Micky Long against Excentrico. That's right. Excentrico. This match was totally dominated by Mikey. Oh, yeah. Start to finish. Excentrico tried to quicken the pace of the match, but it was mainly dominated by Micky Long. He dominated most of the match. It wasn't as dominant as a certain match later on, which I'll get to in a second, or one-sided, if you will. But yeah, it was a dominant match by Mikey, but Eccentrico managed to get the victory and beat Micky Long. The next match was the proverbial ladder match involving AJ Anderson versus Ringo Ryan. Just got my grub there. I apologize for that. AJ Anderson 1-on-1 with Ringo Ryan in a ladder match for the British title, the FCW title, whatever you want to call it. A belt that Robbie Dynamite was looking for, to be honest with you, and made a statement that night that he was asking for his match. A ladder match this was. I've seen better ladder matches in WWE, quite frankly. They did use it as a weapon. Don't get me wrong. They did use it as a weapon. But, yeah. It was an okay ladder match. Both men went at it, and it ended up with AJ and Ringo fighting on both the ladders, and then AJ manages to get it, and then gets the belt, whacks Ringo off the ladder with it, and then bumps your uncle, and then the best Daniel Bryan impersonations as well. It was an okay match. Wasn't as best or big, but yeah, it was an okay ladder match. But like I say, I've seen 10 times better ladder matches in WWE. So, yeah, but all in all, good match. Great job by both men. And AJ retains it. And AJ Anderson is the tag team partner of Tony Spitfire. Now, Colossus went one-on-one. It was the heel. Now, this is what got me this on the night. A very strange situation took place this night. Colossus, he's the big heel. He went one-on-one with a babyface Nathan Cruz. That's right. The Showstealer was in town. He was a babyface, though, which was interesting in a way, because I've seen him many, many times in other promotions, British wrestling promotions. Nathan Cruz was a babyface. Yeah. In Progress Wrestling, he's a heel. He's a leader of the Origin. And I've seen him many, many times as well as a heel. Never seen him as a babyface. This was a very intriguing night. A very interesting dichotic of where this went. Because I'd never seen him as a babyface before. Did it work? To a point, yes. It didn't work in this match, though. Because Colossus basically squashed the hell out of him in the match. Yes, Cruz fought back. Cruz tried to quicken the pace. This was a catchweight fight, is what it was. A catchweight match. Cruz tried to quicken things up, but it didn't work. Colossus just destroyed him, basically, in this match. And I was surprised that Cruz came out for the final match, which was the Survival Rumble. First Class Allstars went up against Robbie Dynamite's crew, the faction of Fear. And it all came down to 2-on-1, which saw Colossus and I'm trying to think who it was. I'm trying to remember who it was. I know it was Colossus and Cruz that were in there. Colossus and Cruz, and I believe it was Mikey Long or Robbie Dynamite, one of them. But both of them got eliminated, and Cruz managed to stand out victorious. So, despite the fact of him getting his ass kicked by Colossus early on in the night, he managed to get a victory and steal the show, is what he did, as he always did. He was a main attraction of that night. Yes, they had all these other guys there, but Nathan Cruz is the star of this quartet as well. I also found out something that night as well, that the Middlesbrough Town Hall is closing for a year. What the fuck for? I don't know, but sooner that reopens, the better. All in all, though, great show. And if you're in Wallsend Memorial Hall, if you're in the area where it has Wallsend Memorial Hall and People's Centre, the MEM on March the 11th, get yourself to that show because it's going to be there. I don't know where that is. I'm sure you guys can look it up on Google. All in all, though, great show, a good little show. And Nathan Cruz becomes the star of the show, quite frankly. He was the MVP of the evening. Yeah, just the MVP of the evening, so to speak. Wasn't the MVP in his match against Colossus, but the whole event, he was the MVP. He was the star attraction. People wanted to see him. Yes, there was a lot of hecklers there, a lot of smart asses, a lot of jerks too. I sat next to one and his girlfriend, which quite frankly done my head in all night. You know, them ignorant fucks. You know, you get them ignorant fuck fans and say, "Oh yeah, he's gonna do this." They think they just know it like that. You know, like predictability like that. It's just stupid. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm sick of that shit. I hate people like that. Those are the sour points of being a wrestling fan, in my opinion. You know, you have to put up with bullshit like that. All in all, though, great show. And if you're ever in the area, if they ever come near you guys, check them out. They're worth a shot. My name is Anthony Walker. This is the end of the video, or the stream, whatever you want to call it. Thank you so much for tuning in, or even taking the time to tune in. Tune in to the Wrestling Matters podcast this coming Monday, the 99th episode, And then the week after that is the big 100. And guys, I will have a promo lined up for the 100 show. I am just going to blatantly shoot of all the bullshit, from where it was April 7th to where I am now. If you want to listen to that, you got to tune into the podcast February 29th. Check out Games Matter channel as well. My Games Matter channel as well. I'm doing live streams on there quite a lot lately. I did 2 today. One was a clusterfuck and the other one made up for it. So be sure to check them out. YouTube.com/Games Matter channel. Also check out Fastlane. Guys, enjoy Fastlane. I will have a review after it. I haven't promoted it yet. I'll do it within 12 hours or something. I haven't promoted it yet because I haven't had time. If I can create it tonight, I will. But I haven't had time lately because I've been a very busy boy. And at the moment right now, I'm going on basically 3 to 4 hours sleep, which is not good. I went to bed at 6 o'clock, 6:30 last night. Woke up this morning about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Nah, it's a no-go. But all in all, guys, thank you so much for watching. The only way you get to see this kind of stuff, the weekly podcast, the wrestling content, me talk about wrestling shows like this one, is if you subscribe to the Wrestling Madness channel. Check out all the other guys as well. Check out my crew. Check out my wrestling crew as well. Sunday Segway, Max Wrestling, Offshoot Radio, and all that good stuff. Wrestling Madness podcast is on the Swerve Network. My name is Anthony Walker for the Wrestling Madness channel, saying, see ya.